officials in charge of this game. Well, here's where the Flyers have been dangerous. Brad Green goes up, count it, gets the @1 in the big green machine. Well, Drew, I think he's going to have a good game tonight.
26.7 rebound and 5 blocks there in Europe, and you can see them going to green early and often here.
There's a cross-court, 3 is up in the corner, no good. Again, another turnover. Well, they have numbers here. Lucas is going to go for another 3. He puts this one up. Another offensive board, and again, Drew, well, that would know where to go. Johnson goes for a Hail Mary 3-pointer, can't get it. An offensive board here for the Patriots. Going in with a fadeaway, nothing but net, and that's a good start for them. They got to build some confidence. Samuels here in the backcourt. Flyers looking to go down low to Brad Green. Oh, tough pass. Green keeps it alive again. This guy's looking like a British basketball Tim Duncan. Johnson going baseline, nowhere to go. But again, Brad Green's defense making it near impossible. But, going back to TJ Atwood, we talked about it earlier as the Bristol Flyers go for another 3-pointer, punishing a lot of great 3-point shooters we alluded to earlier.
Yeah, he doesn't take many, but, he knows himself. And that's what you want as a pro. Know yourself and stick to your strengths. That's Joe Hart that gets the crowd on their feet as he makes his signature. Now, if I'm Plymouth, I'm looking at Corey Samuels, who's a young up-and-coming Brit, and I'm attacking him in ball screen, seeing if he can move his feet.
Nobody able to go in for an offensive rebound. Now, going back to what Drew just said there, being on those Newcastle Eagles teams, his coach, in fact, right now is an assistant coach in the NBA with the Philadelphia 76ers. And there's one word, but another 3-pointer coming.
That's a nice extra pass there. And
confidence, something if he finds could be the key factor for the Plymouth City Patriots. Jules Dengakoto also checking into the game for the home team. And Bristol go for a Hail Mary 3-point.
You have to outscore teams. Similar to Manchester Giants last year, it was clear that they wanted to outscore you, but they're one of the worst performing offensive teams, and on the defensive side of the ball, unable to get stops.
Johnson kicking this one out to another Johnson. Dengakoto just trying to find an opening. He goes into the lane. That's much better, attacking the basket. And again, this is a derby, Drew. Tempers are going to be flying at some point.
Of course.
Well, Smith goes for the 3-pointer. Just reminds Johnson. That's my favorite quote.
But also, I mean, the game has changed. I mean, the game is a lot less physical now. The rules are made for the offense to have the advantage.
Well, Johnson getting that first 3-pointer. Final seconds here.
And they just got to have a little bit more poise, dig deeper into those sets, and see if they can get something getting to the rim.
Well, Bristol fire up another one for the perimeter.
Well, they've opened up the can of worms here in Plymouth, and they need to bring their umbrellas because it's raining threes here.
From the mid-range, the 3-pointer is not something that he's very strong at.
Yeah, and that's just something that he's going to have to develop in his game. And again, too easy there by Tajon, off-season type of thing. But so far, he's doing well with the lack of the 3-pointer.
Well, nice pump fake by Taylor Johnson using the backboard.
We need one of those big-time Taylor Johnson game, 20-plus games. And so far, only sitting on 6 points. We're going to need a little bit more from him.
24 points of separation. Plymouth desperately trying to get something going. This is a tough step-back 3-pointer, making it count. But again, Drew, it's a very, very tough shot.
Yeah, that's a get-out-of-jail card right there. And that's not a shot that's sustainable over 20 minutes, a shot clock heat. But maybe, hopefully, as I say that, sets his feet. A guy that's not known for his 3-point shooting either, but his career, he's gotten off to a great start. Didn't shoot it well in college, but so far settling in great. But just walk the ball up the floor.
Looks like they've gone to a 1-3-1 zone with Atwood at the back, but he tries to close out the 3-point shooting and make that number 9 for the Bristol Flyers. Points at the moment. Biggest lead of the game for the Flyers, and it could be 27 here. Well, it's going to go all the way, wraps around and looking like George Gervin in a Bristol Flyers jersey with the wraparound finger roll. Well, just about 5.5 to go here in the third quarter. Bristol currently on a 5-0 run. Johnson finding Jacob Wiley, goes to the mid-range and sinks that one right in the face of Brad Green. Patience needs to be the build-up for the Bristol Flyers. Again, everything going in their momentum. It's Brad Green too easy under the basket.
And for me, it's just too easy. It just feels like a walk in the park for the Bristol Flyers.
Well, Faulkner went for the mid-range. Now Bristol have numbers. Ellison going again. This guy.
John Lucas there, but he says, hey, I'm in a rhythm, young fella, as he picks his pocket there and goes with a little reverse lay.
Well, it's definitely a cultural aspect to people from this wonderful city. I mean, it's a very hard-working city, so you can see a 3-point. That will give him a little bit of belief. as he cuts it down to a 28-point ball game. Johnson
struggled, as we talked about at the top, to get it going from out deep and hitting 2 threes, and hopefully that's to get his confidence going for the rest of the season. Great defense there by the Bristol Flyers, changing the shot of Atwood and making him finish high and not very high. And right there, that's just unacceptable.
Cotto looking to throw this one down low to TJ Atwood. Atwood goes in, makes some contact. That's much better. More aggressiveness seen and displayed by TJ Atwood.
Deep dive into that offense, and Bristol Flyers has done a great job of that. You can tell they were digging deep and locked in on the scouting report.
As you alluded to, doesn't take many three-pointers, but at the moment he is feeling the confidence. Again, another one. Johnson getting his 3rd tray ball.
Over 10 points for the first time in his career, and was named November Player of the Month. And so far this season has just not got out the gates. You know, won their last 3 games full of confidence, and everything seems to be going right for them there. And that's great hustle there by Plymouth. Let's see if they can convert.
Well, Johnson going up, a good pass from Joe Hart. Well, Bristol's got to get him back quick. They've got...
What these players should be saying to themselves coming into this 4th quarter is 5 words. P-R-I-D-E, pride. You lost to this team by 29 points a week ago.
Since leaving them, he's played for the Scorchers, now the Plymouth City Patriots. He's had to take on more of a dominant role with those teams.
Yeah, and it's tough, and that is the prerequisite.
Plymouth finally come up with a possession. We'll go to Atwood in the corner. Atwood takes the 3, and he gets it to drop. Again, a quick little transition.
Corey Samuels into a travel, and those are the things that you have to pounce on that we haven't seen. It's been too much airspace left for those offensive players as Bristol flies off to transition with another steal. It's irrelevant. You know, a lot of times players have great years, career years, and they get comfortable in the offseason. And, you know, every season, offseason, you got to come in with the same mindset.
Under 5 minutes here to go. Desperately just want to get this game over and done with. Atwood in around the defense, draws the contact, goes up, no foul called. Now we're under 4.5. Roel Graham-Bell, look for the post-up, goes for the tough fadeaway. What a shot by Roel. Well, deja vu moment potentially. Goes for it again. Almost got it as well, but now they have numbers here. Jules Danyakoto transition goes up, and he finishes this layup 2021, but at the moment, with over 3 minutes to go, see the kick out here. Another 3-pointer coming. 3 is up, and it's good. Flyers currently with Lucas Jacob, Graham-Bell, Landolfi, and Green on the floor.
But Will White, he says, hey, coach, I need some more PT. If we're struggling from outside, I can get it. This is the time of season. You fall to 1-6 where you got to come and have a players-only meeting. You know, no coaches, no staff. We get together in players, and we got to talk this out because we know we're better than this.
Going for the fadeaway inside the paint, but another big offensive rebound. Goes in, making it look easy. Bit of razzle-dazzle going inside with the penetration of the Patriots. They have to get the ball inbound. And Jules Danyakoto.
Great defense there.
He goes up. Well, Basel fans, we thank you for joining us here at the Plymouth City Pavilions. But at the end of this one, the Flyers are going to take the victory 92-68 against Plymouth. And it's only been one-sided right from the beginning to the end, Drew Lasko.